you very much. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the lowest scorers are the biggest winners. Let's meet today's players. Welcome, Rachel and Vivian. You're our first pair on the show. How do you two know each other?
We met at work, actually. We were on the same induction day. Vivian came over and introduced herself and got chatting, and then eventually we ended up working in the same team together, so... Best
of luck this afternoon. James and Sophia, welcome back. You were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances, of course, to get through to our final. Remind us how you two know each other.
We went to school together, and now we're on the same pub quiz team.
Remind us how you did last time.
We got as far as the head-to-head round.
This time, I have a hunch you're going to go all the way through, punching through to the final. Welcome to Ellis and Viv. How do you two know each other?
Well, I planned to have a baby on my 21st birthday. He was 3 days in coming, so he was 3 days late. But he's my 21st birthday present, the gift that keeps on giving.
Ah, keeps on giving, yeah. Ellis. You're nodding modestly like that,
How am I going to disagree with that?
Yeah. I am the best thing that ever happened to my mum. Best of luck to you, Ellis and Viv. I hope you do very well this afternoon. And finally, we've got Delan and Hugh. You were on the show last time. Remind us how you two know each other?
I think probably the best way to describe Delan is he's a friend of the family. It's obviously not the only way to describe him, but that's the best way.
We'll get to know more all about you throughout the show. Before we go any further, though, I must introduce my friend with all the facts and figures. It is my pointless friend, Richard.
Two very, very good returning pairs here today. In 15 shows, I've got one prediction right about who's going to win this show. And I really genuinely try. I am going to put my money on, I'm sorry, Dylan and Hugh.
We've asked all our questions on Pointless to 100 people before the show. To stay in the game, our players need to score as few points as possible. And they do that by unearthing those obscure answers that as few of those 100 people gave as possible. It's very simple. The thing everyone's looking to do is to find a pointless answer that none of our 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Now, nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another 1,000 quid to that. So today's jackpot starts off, would you believe it, at £4,250. Let's play Pointless. Now, in the first round, each of you must give me one answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, and you have to be careful, because if anyone gives me an incorrect answer, then this will happen. And you will score the maximum of 100 points. OK, guys, your first category this afternoon is the Americas. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many capital cities of the Americas as they could. Capital cities of the Americas. Richard?
Yeah, we're looking for the capital city of any country in mainland America, by which we mean it's North America, Central America and South America. The only places that don't count are the Caribbean and French Guiana. There are 22 possible answers. The national administrative capitals of the Americas.
OK, Rachel and Vivian, you all drew lots before the show, and today you get to go first. Vivian, we are looking for a capital city somewhere in the Americas. See if you can think of one. The more obscure, the better.
The one that's coming into my head is Caracas.
Caracas.
Which is capital of Venezuela.
OK, you're hoping to score as few points as possible with Caracas. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Caracas. Well, it's right. Down it goes, not a bad score at all. That scores you 16, Caracas. Richard?
Yeah, that is a correct answer, as you say. It's the capital of Venezuela.
James?
Yes.
James, you're looking quite confident.
I'm going to go for the capital of Bolivia, which is the world's largest exporter of tin. So I'll throw that in there. I think it's La Paz.
La Paz, you're going to say, capital of Bolivia, world's largest exporter of tin, as everyone knows. Let's see how many people said it. Down it goes, it's good. Oh, it's very good. Look at that, 5. La Paz scores you 5. Well done. Good answer. Ellis.
Hi.
Ellis. Oh, well, you've been holding your breath ever since this round
This is
started.
not a
have
strong
you?
subject for me, not
Really?
at all, no.
OK. Do you know the Americas, though?
Yes, a little bit. I've got a big map on my bedroom wall that I never really look at, so I'm sort of paying the price for that now.
Yeah. Why did you put that up there and not
It's
the
too
woman
big.
scratching her bum? that's the obvious one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So remember, we are looking for capital cities of the Americas. Capital cities of the Americas.
OK, I've worked in Florida. I've been there many times. I'm almost certain that Jacksonville is the capital of Florida. I think Florida is considered one of the main cities of America, so I'm going to go with Jacksonville.
Let's see if that's a right answer, and if it is, how many of our 100 people said Jacksonville? Bad luck, Ellis. Unfortunately, Jacksonville is an incorrect answer. I'm afraid you score 100 points for that. Richard, Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville, the issue there being we're looking for the capitals of countries, and Florida's not a country. And just to add to that, Jacksonville's not even the capital of Florida.
Yeah,
That's,
okay.
it's Tallahassee.
It's countries.
Apart from that, it was absolutely
lovely.
perfect. Yeah.
Bad luck. Hugh, you're on pretty safe ground here, I think, aren't you? I get the impression.
OK, well, I'm going to still take a bit of a risky one.
Okay.
I'm going to say Montevideo, which I hope is the capital of Uruguay.
OK, let's see how many people said Montevideo, and if it's a right answer. It is right. That's very good. Montevideo scores you 5. Richard, Montevideo.
Yeah, Hugh, exactly right. Capital city of Uruguay.
Splendid. Well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores. Well, Delan and Hugh and James and Sophia on 5. 2 spectacular low scores there. Oh dear, Ellis and Viv, 100. That was unfortunate, I'm afraid. You are way out in front. Obviously, Viv, the pressure's on you to score as low as you possibly. Maybe a pointless answer. That's what we want from you. And let's hope that's enough to keep you in the game. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? We are looking for capital cities of the Americas. Delan, you're going to dazzle us.
Santiago.
Santiago. Well, our highest scorers obviously are Ellis and Viv. There is your red line. If you're below that red line, it's a nice high red line, isn't it? If you're below that red line, you're through to the next round. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Santiago. It's good enough. Might it be a pointless answer? Oh, not quite. But who cares? That scores you 7, taking your total up to 12. That puts you comfortably in the next round. Santiago, Richard.
Yeah, capital of Chile. It's all been South American capitals so far.
OK, remember we are looking for capital cities of the Americas. Viv. Right, pressure on you now. You've got to pluck
I'm
up
also going to go
pointless.
for South America.
I think that's wise.
So I'm going to go with Brasilia.
Brasilia, good answer. Let's see if that's a correct answer. I think it is. Let's see how many people said Brasilia. That scores you 27. That takes your total up to 127.
Yeah, Brasilia, it's been the capital of Brazil since 1960. Took over from Rio.
Very good. Well, Viv and Ellis, the writing is on the, well, I was about to say on the wall. It's not. It's on the screen in front of you, 127. Nobody is going to be able to overtake you. However, there are some pointless answers in there. I have a feeling Sophia and James might just find a pointless answer. Sophia's going to pull one out of the bag. Sophia, we are looking, in case you'd forgotten, for capital cities of the Americas.
OK, I'm going to go with Bogota.
Bogota. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Bogota. Brilliant answer, look at that. That scores you 5 as well, taking your total up to 10.
Yeah, continuing our tour of South America, Bogota is the capital of Colombia.
Rachel, finally we come back to you. Well, the pressure's off you, obviously. I mean, even if you get this catastrophically wrong, you're still in the game.
Yep.
So why not have a punt, see if you can find a pointless answer? There's got to be one in there.
To be honest, it's not my strong point, so I think I'm actually going to play it safe.
You're going to play it safe?
I am. I'm going to go for Washington, D.C.
Stick with the devil you know. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Washington, D.C. Well, it's correct.
Yay!
Yep. There we go, 66. Taking your total up to 82. That is the end of round one, and the losing pair with the highest score, I'm sorry to say, is Ellis and Viv. Oh, bad luck, bad luck. It wasn't your subject, this one, was it?
No.
Ellis, can you think of another answer? Sadly, it won't win you a place back in the game.
I can't, but I tell you, I will go home and look at that map on my bedroom wall now.
Yeah, you should have a look at it.
Learn from your mistakes, I say.
Yeah, bad luck. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. We will see you again next time. Richard, what answers should they have given to have kept themselves in the game?
Well, most of the low answers were Central American capitals, but there was one pointless answer, and that was in South America. Let's take a look at the best answers. Paramaribo would have been a pointless answer. Anybody? Anyone know where that's the capital of? Suriname. From the audience, Suriname, exactly right. Belmopan would have got one, that's the capital of Belize. Georgetown, that's Guyana. Would have got you one. And then these are all Central American. Managua, which is the capital of Nicaragua, would have been a great answer. San Jose, which is the capital of Costa Rica. And Tegucigalpa, which is the capital of Honduras, would have got you 1 point. Would have all have been great answers, so well done if you got those at home. Let's take a look at the worst answers you could have given, Jacksonville aside. I'm sorry. A couple of these will be familiar to you already. Viv gave us the third most popular answer amongst 100. That's Brasilia with 27 points. The second most was Mexico City with 28 points. And Rachel, you'll be very familiar with the worst correct answer you could have given, Washington, D.C. with 66 points.
Well, thanks very much, Richard. OK, Ellis and Viv, I'm afraid you just didn't have that pointless America's knowledge you needed to make it through to the next round. But remember, everyone gets 2 chances to reach our pointless final, so we will see you again next time for your final chance. But meanwhile, thanks so much for playing. Thank you.
Thank you.
For the remaining 3 pairs, though, it's time for round 2. Now, obviously, only 2 pairs will make it through to our head-to-head, so one of the teams is going to be very disappointed. You just have to make sure it's not you. The category for our second round this afternoon is... It's fruit. Yes, fruit. OK, can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? You go first. And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many varieties of apple as they could. Varieties of apple, Richard.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add at all. We're just the correct answers in this round are varieties of apple. I don't even have a fact about how many apples Bolivia export.
No.
I'm sorry. Perhaps James, when we get to James, perhaps he'll fill us in.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. OK, in round 2, we're going to give you a choice of 7 possible answers in each pass. And I can tell you that at least one of those answers is pointless, but you have to be very careful, because there's also at least one incorrect answer among the 7. Pick one of those, and obviously you will score the maximum of 100 points. The first set of 7 answers are... Empire, Pink Lady, Rowan, Red Baron, Estima, Granny Smith, Alexander. Those are the 7 you can play with. Rachel. We're looking for a nice obscure variety of apple.
OK. Pretty sure I've seen Empire on the shelves.
OK, Empire is what you're going to say. Let's hope it's a right answer. There it is at the top of the board. And let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Empire. Oh, it's right. It's still going down. 2.
Yeah.
Good work, Rachel. Empire scores you 2 points. Richard, Empire.
Yeah, Empire developed in the States in the 1940s.
Right. Remember, there is at least one pointless answer in there, and there is also at least one incorrect answer. See if you can find that pointless one. Sophia.
I'm going to go for a safe one and go for Pink Lady.
You're going to go for Pink Lady. Let's see how many people said it. It was safe and it was correct. scores you a whopping 42, though. Pink Lady, Richard.
Yeah, the Pink Lady is a sweet Australian apple.
OK, Delan. You were just mentally going through the greengrocers.
Well, I am, and I think estima is a potato. So I'm just wondering, are there any other red herrings out there?
A red herring, we should put that on the board.
Yes.
That'd be good.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
There's an obvious answer there, and I've got to try and go for an outside one. I fancy Alexander.
OK, well, that's nice of you, Dylan. We are looking for varieties of apple. Delan has gone for Alexander. Let's hope it's a correct answer. It's a cracking name for anything, let alone an apple. Let's see how many people said Alexander. It's correct. Oh, it's going to be going all the way. It is! Look at that! That's a pointless answer. It adds £250 to today's jackpot. Takes the total up to £4,500. And Delan, you score nothing. Alexander, pointless. Pointless Alexander.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Of course. Yeah, Alexander, it's an acid, bitter, unpalatable apple with a very unpleasant aftertaste.
Yeah.
It's not at all. It comes from the Ukraine.
Lovely.
OK, let's take a look at the other answers there. As everyone spotted, there's a very obvious one there, which is Granny Smith would have scored you 74 points. Of the rest, there are 2 wrong answers, and there is 1 pointless there. Estima, as Dylan correctly pointed out, is a potato. Rowan is the name of a tree, the name of a shrub, the name of someone I went to primary school with, but it's not the name of an apple. And so the one that is an apple, well done if you got this at home, would have added £250 to the jackpot. It's the Red Baron.
Thanks very much, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scoreboard. Ooh, lovely low scores there from Delan and Hugh and Rachel and Vivian. James and Sophia. Ooh, that was a high-scoring punt there on Pink Lady. James, you're going to have to try and score as low as you can on the next pass to keep yourselves in the game. Right, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more answers on the board. We are looking for varieties of apple. And here are your next 7 answers. Bramley, Golden Delicious, Duchess, Braeburn, Waldorf, Ariane, Spartan. Again, I can tell you that there is at least 1 pointless answer in there, and there is also at least 1 incorrect answer, so do be careful and avoid that. Hugh, are you confident?
No. This couldn't be a lot worse, really.
Really?
I don't want to risk getting a wrong answer, so I'm going to have to go for Bramley.
You're going to go for Bramley. The highest scorers are James and Sophia on 42. You want to be scoring 41 or less with Bramley. There is your red line. It's quite low, that red line. You have to get all the way down there and below with Bramley. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Bramley. It's good enough.
Get it.
Just good enough. 41. Exactly what you needed it to be. A good answer. Bramley, Richard?
Yeah, the first Bramley tree was grown in 1809 in Nottinghamshire and then was named after a local butcher.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, remember, there is at least 1 pointless answer in there. There is at least 1 incorrect answer in there as well. James, you are the front runners. 42. You're going to have to try and score as low as you possibly can.
I'm going to go for Spartan, because it could have come from Greece, maybe? Possibly?
Or maybe it's just not very well furnished.
Indeed.
OK. You're saying Spartan. OK. Let's see how many people said Spartan and if it is a correct answer. Here's hoping, James. It is correct. Sophia's pleased with that. It's going a long way down. 3. That scores you. Not a bad answer. 3. That takes your total up to 45. Richard.
Yeah, the Spartan is from the 1920s. It's not from Greece, it's from Canada, and was the result of the world's first scientific apple breeding program.
Good background.
Yeah, don't say I never tell you anything.
No, you've furnished me with everything I needed. Vivian and Rachel. Vivian, more specifically.
It's difficult to know whether to go for one that I know and hope that it's low enough, or whether to take a gamble. Waldorf is a salad, so obviously I'm not going to go for that.
Remember, they've taken 2 off the board. There are 5 left there, and in those 5, there's at least 1 pointless answer. Yeah, and obviously at least 1 incorrect answer. But...
I'm going to go for Ariane. No, sorry. I'll go for Brayburn.
Oh, you flirted with danger there.
Sorry.
Flirted with danger safe. OK. OK, you're going to go with safe?
Yeah.
You have to score 42 or less with this to avoid overtaking James and Sophia as our high scorers. There's your red line. Come below that red line, through to the head-to-head. Above that red line, you're off the show. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Brayburn. Oh, it's good enough. It's good enough. Brayburn scores you 32, which takes your total up to 34. Richard, Brayburn.
Yeah, Brayburn's one of the most common apples in English supermarkets. Comes from New Zealand originally. Very, very well done. If you had taken that risk and gone for Ariane, you'd have just added £250 to the jackpot, because that was a pointless answer.
I did think it was, but I just had that doubt in my mind, and I thought, no, I daren't do it.
Yeah, better safe than sorry. Let's take a look at the rest of them here. Golden Delicious, obviously, would have scored you an awful lot of points. Waldorf, as you say, it's a hotel, it's a salad, it's a Muppet, but it is not an apple. That would have been a wrong answer. And Duchess is a Russian apple. Would have been a pointless answer and would have added £250 to the jackpot. Well done if you got that one at home.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with a higher score, I'm afraid, is James and Sophia. Bad luck. Bad luck. Pink Lady, you see.
Too obvious.
You played too safe, Sophia. Well, bad luck. I'm afraid you just didn't have that fruit-based knowledge that we needed to see you through to the head-to-head round. But as I say, you've been fantastic contestants. Thank you very much for playing. Thanks so much. For the remaining 2 pairs, though, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Well done, Dylan, Hugh, Rachel and Vivian. You've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only 1 pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which, in case you'd forgotten, now stands at £4,500. So you're going head-to-head on up to 5 questions, and for each question, each pair needs to give me just 1 answer, and you are now allowed to confer. That's the good news. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair to win that question, and the first pair to win 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. OK, here's your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Roman numerals as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any single letter that can be used to represent a number in Roman numerals. There are 7 answers here. While they're conferring, see if you can get all 7 at home.
OK, thanks, Richard. Dylan and Hugh, because you've played the best throughout the show so far, you get to go first.
Yeah.
Oh, you've reached an answer already. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's good.
Sure.
What is your answer going to be?
We're going to try L.
OK, thank you very much. Rachel and Vivian.
Yeah, well, we were just sort of thinking, you know, obviously on all the BBC programmes, you get the year always written in Roman.
It's about the only time you get them these days.
Probably,
Isn't it?
nowadays.
Yeah.
So we were thinking the slightly more obscure might be the letter C.
C.
Yeah.
OK, we've got L, we've got C. Dylan and Hugh said L. Dylan and Hugh in gold. Let's see how many people said L. $54. Let's see how many of our 100 people said C. Oh, 74. So after the first question, it is 1-0 to Dylan and Hugh. Richard.
Yeah, that's very good. L scored you a very good score of LIV, 54. Let's take a look at all of them up there. Let's take a look at all 7. D, which is 500, would have scored you 35 points. Then L, it's the second best answer you could have given. Scores is 50. C is 100. M, which is 1,000, would have got you 78. I, which is 1, would have been 84. And right at the top, X and V, which is 10 and 5, 90 and 92.
Right, moving on. OK, your second question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Sacha Baron Cohen films as they could. Richard, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, we're looking for any feature film made for cinema release for which Sacha Baron Cohen received an acting credit. As always, we're not looking for short films, TVs, documentaries, things where he's played himself. Voice performances, however, do count. There are 8 possible answers here. Again, see if you can get all those at home. OK, Vivian and Rachel, your turn to go first.
It's slightly sad. I did actually have a very geeky crush on Sacha Baron Cohen once upon a time.
What you did, you no longer do?
No, I don't.
What, has he outgrown your affection? What?
Yeah, I've grown up a little bit.
Are you just grown up?
Anyway,
OK.
swiftly on. There's a few that obviously are very obvious, but I do recall him being in a film called Talladega Nights, which is a Will Ferrell film.
Delan and Hugh, Talladega Nights has been said by Rachel. Are you Sacha Baron Cohen fans?
Yeah, but I think more of his mainstream stuff. I think they may have. I mean, Ali G in The House. Yeah. I don't know any other ones. It'll have to be Ali G in The House, I think. Yeah. I don't know any others. Well, I think we'll have to go for Ali G in The House.
Ali G in The House, you are saying. Talladega Nights, said Rachel and Vivian. Let's see if that's a correct answer, and if it is, how many of our 100 people said it? Talladega Nights. Oh, it's going a long way down. Look at that. 4! Good answer. Talladega Nights scores you 4. Delan and Hugh are saying Ali G in The House. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. That scores you 33. I think probably unsurprisingly, Talladega Nights wins that. So after the second question, it is 1-all. Richard.
Talladega Nights, we already know, scored you 4. There were actually 2 answers, guys, that could have beaten it. Let's take a look. The Jolly Boys' Last Stand was Sacha Baron Cohen's first ever movie. The sequel to Madagascar, Madagascar Escape to Africa, in which he plays King Julian XIII, would have scored you 3. There's Talladega Nights. Sweeney Todd would have scored you 6, plays a rival barber to Sweeney Todd. Not a good thing to be. Let's take a look at the other 4. There's the original Madagascar, then Ali G in The House, and the top 2, Bruno and Borat.
So after the second question, it is 1 apiece. You are even. So here's your third question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many poker hands as they could. Poker hands, Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for the name of any winning poker hand. There are 9 answers here, because the one hand we won't accept is high card. So any of the scoring poker hands.
All right, thanks very much, Richard. Delan and Hugh, it is your turn to go first.
I don't know, the colloquial term for it is quads, but it's actually 4 of a kind.
4 of a kind. You're going to say 4 of a kind. OK. Rachel, do you play poker?
I don't actually. I'm very bad at it, but I do play blackjack.
Yeah, different games. Vivian,
Yes.
how about you?
I must admit, for my sins, I have played it. But I'm not very good, but I do know the hands. Yeah, we'll go for a straight.
You're going to go straight.
Yeah.
OK, good luck with that. Delan and Hugh have said 4 of a kind. Let's see how many of our 100 people said 4 of a kind. $21. How do we feel about that? 21?
So.
Looking for
So
any of the...
that's not a terrible score.
No.
Rachel and Vivian, you have gone for a straight. Yeah. Let's see how many of our 100 people said straight. Yeah, still going down. 28. So that means after our third question, it is 2-1 to Delan and Hugh. Richard.
Yeah, a really tricky one, that, I think. I think even if you know all 9, it's thinking which is going to be the most obscure, what order to do them in. So I'll show you what the best thing you could have said was, and it's not 4 of a kind. 2 pair was the answer that least of our 100 people said. Then straight flush, that would also have, would have won you the point. 4 of a kind there with 21, then 3 of a kind, pair, and we'll take a look at the top 4. Straight, then full house, which is obviously 3 of a kind and a pair. Flush, which is all cards of the same suit, and a royal flush, which is same suit, top 5 cards.
Okay, very good. After our third question, it is 2-1 to Dalan and Hugh. You are just 1 more point away from our jackpot final. So, Vivian and Rachel, you've got to try and win this one.
Yep.
Here is your 4th question.
No pressure.
No pressure, none at all. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many absolutely fabulous actresses as they could. Absolutely fabulous actresses. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for the names of the 5 main actresses who appeared in Absolutely Fabulous. That's actresses who appeared in more than 30 episodes. The 5 main actresses in Absolutely Fabulous.
Okay, thanks, Richard. Rachel and Vivian, it's your turn to go first. Okay, sounds like you probably know them all.
Yeah, we've named them all. It's just
we go for really.
choosing the most obscure one.
Okay, okay, well, pick the one you want to say.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to go with Jane Horrocks, who played Bubble.
Okay, you're going to go with Jane Horrocks.
Yeah.
Okay, Dalan and Hugh, did you watch Absolutely Fabulous?
I did, yeah.
Right. Well, you want to give me the most obscure
I'd
answer
go
you
for June
can.
Whitfield.
No, I don't think so.
Definitely.
Over that answer?
She-
I'd go for this one.
No. No way.
We're having a dispute here.
A bit of a listen. If you want to, I don't know, wrestle for it or something. I don't
Come
know,
outside
just-
for a moment.
Yeah. I'd seriously go June Whitfield.
Right.
I think that one will win, but I think June Whitfield would be better.
Right, I would have gone with the other one. There we are. Go on then.
Ah, exciting. Right. Okay. You are going to go for June Whitfield. Right. We have Rachel and Vivian's answer first, which is Jane Horrocks. Oh, it's good. Look at that. 5. Oh, a very, very low score with Jane Horrocks. All right, let's see how many of our 100 people said June Whitfield. Okay, so very excitingly, after our 4th question, it is 2-all. You are absolutely even. Richard.
Yeah, another very good answer from Rachel and Vivian. Nothing you could have done about that, guys. Just a matter of personal pride now as to whether June Whitfield or Julia Sawalha would have been a better answer. You both still convinced of your choices?
Yeah.
Any money? Any money changing hands? Let's take a little look. Fiver.
Fiver.
Gonna shake? Let's take a look and see who's just won £5. It's Dalan. Well done. Jane Horrocks, the best answer of all, but then it would have been Julia Sawalha. June Whitfield, 24, and completing the list of the J's, Jennifer Saunders being absolutely thrashed by Joanna Lumley, who was the most popular answer with 74. Well done, Dalan, but very well done, Vivian and Rachel.
It's very exciting now. 2-all. Whoever wins this question gets through to the final to play for that jackpot of £4,500. OK, here is your 5th question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many space shuttles as they could. Space shuttles. Can't read anything from anyone's expressions there. Richard, space shuttles.
Yeah, simply looking for any of NASA's shuttles used for manned spaceflight in the Space Shuttle program. There are 5 answers here, 5 shuttles.
Wow. OK, Dalan and Hugh, it is your turn to go first. We are looking for names of space shuttles.
Okay.
OK, have you got all 5 names?
We think we've got about 4, probably, yeah.
OK, good. Good.
Should we go for that? Okay, we're going to go for Challenger.
You're saying Challenger. OK, Rachel and Vivian, how comfortable are you in this area?
No.
Not really.
Not really.
Should we go for Endeavour? I mean, I'm hoping Endeavour is one.
I think that's a good one.
I'm hoping that's right.
You're going to go for...
I think we'll go for Endeavour.
Endeavour.
I think that's right.
All right, well, Delan and Hugh have gone for Challenger. So let's put that to the 100 and see how many of them said Challenger. Oh, it's good. Down it goes, 13. 13 for Challenger. Rachel and Vivian are saying Endeavour. This for a place in the final. That's right. Oh, it's good. Well, scenes of jubilation here before me. After our fifth and final question, it is 3-2 to Rachel and Vivian. Richard.
Yeah, unlucky Dylan and Hugh. That's Endeavour was actually the best answer you possibly could have given there. It was unbeatable. Let's take a look at all five. The names sound familiar when you see them. Endeavour is the best answer you could have had. Then Atlantis, the first space shuttle of all, Columbia, Discovery, and then actually Challenger was the most popular answer of all with 13. Unlucky guys, and congratulations, Vivian and Rachel.
I can't believe it.
OK, thanks, Richard. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm sorry to say, is Delan and Hugh. Bad luck. Bad luck. You tipped by Richard, you see.
Thank you. We really enjoyed it anyway.
It happens every time. Well, we've enjoyed having you. You've been fantastic contestants.
And good luck to them in the final.
Well,
Yeah, best of luck, guys.
noble of you to say that. Dylan and Hugh, you came so close. You made it all the way to the head-to-head. I'm afraid you just didn't have that pointless knowledge you needed to get through to the final, which means I'm afraid to say we have to say goodbye. But thanks very much for playing Pointless. You've been great contestants. But for Rachel and Vivian, it's now time for our Pointless final. Congratulations, Rachel and Vivian. You've seen off all the competition and you've won our coveted Pointless trophy. Fantastic. Now you've got a chance to win our coveted Pointless jackpot. At the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at an impressive £4,500. OK, the rules are very simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer that no one else could think of. We've had one pointless answer on the show today. You just need to find another one now. Simple. First, though, you've got to choose a category from these three options. And here are your three choices. You can go for UK politics, American football, or rock legends. UK politics, American football, or rock legends. This is going to be a process of elimination one, isn't it?
Yeah, I know nothing about American football.
I only know very basic stuff.
I'm not really up on rock legends, I wouldn't have said either. Shall we go to UK politics?
Yeah, I'll follow you.
We'll go for UK
OK,
politics.
by a process of elimination, we have landed on UK politics. Good luck. Let's find out what the question is going to be. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many spouses of UK Prime Ministers as they could. That's not too bad. Richard, spouses of UK Prime Ministers.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the 11 people who've been married to a serving UK Prime Minister since 1945.
All right, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £4,500 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
This is Cherry Blair, that's obvious.
Yeah, I have to go with that.
Sarah Brown.
Sarah Brown. Harold Wilson. What was his wife's
Harold
name?
Wilson, what's his wife's name?
Don't know. Think. Harold Wilson. What was her name?
I don't know any others.
Nancy Astor. No.
You sure?
We're going to have to go shoot there, Sarah Brown. Who was...
Sarah Brown.
10 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
OK, have you landed on your 3?
Husbands.
Yes, spouses.
Spouses.
OK.
Right.
That's your minute up. Your minute is up. Give me 3 answers.
OK. Dennis Thatcher.
Dennis Thatcher.
Norma Major.
Yeah.
Norma Major.
Yeah, and Sarah Brown.
And Sarah Brown.
Yeah.
OK, which of those answers do you think you have the most faith in winning you the jackpot?
I suppose the best one is Dennis Thatcher.
The best of your lot, Dennis Thatcher. We'll put that one last.
Possibly.
Which one do you think is your weakest answer in terms of winning the jackpot?
Do you say Sarah Brown?
Yeah, Sarah
Sarah
Brown.
Brown.
It's recent history.
OK, so we've got Sarah Brown, Norma Major, and Dennis Thatcher. There are your three answers. As I say, to win the £4,500, just one of those answers has to be pointless. That means none of our 100 people can have said it. Let's put your first one to the test. We are looking for spouses of British Prime Ministers since 1945. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Sarah Brown. Well, it's correct. This, as I say, has to be a pointless answer for you to win that £4,500.
Low though, it's lower than I thought.
26. You only have two more chances to win. We are looking for spouses of UK Prime Ministers. We have to hope that at least one of your next answers is pointless. Norma Major. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Norma Major. Well, it's travelling down in the right direction. This for £4,500, 28. Wow, she scores higher than Sarah Brown. That's going to be worrying news for Downing Street. Well, that obviously is not a pointless answer. You have one final crack at that £4,500 jackpot. We are looking for spouses of UK Prime Ministers. You said this was the answer you had the most faith in. This has to be a pointless answer if you're going to win that jackpot. We have to hope that no one said Dennis Thatcher for that jackpot of £4,500 to be yours. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Dennis Thatcher. £4,500. Oh dear, oh dear. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot of £4,500, which rolls over to the next show. But you've been amazing contestants, and you do get to take home our pointless trophy. Richard, what are the answers they should have gone for?
You were wondering about Harold Wilson's wife. That was Mary Wilson, which would have scored you 15 points. Other low scorers, there's Clementine Churchill, Clarissa Eden, Violet Attlee. They were all low scorers, but there were three pointless answers. I'm sure plenty of people at home have got at least one of these. Let's take a look. Elizabeth Douglas Hume was a pointless answer. Dorothy Macmillan and Audrey Callaghan would all have won you the money. Well done if you got any of those at home.
Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to Rachel and Vivian, but you've been great contestants. Thank you so much for playing. Thanks. So nobody's won our jackpot today, so it rolls over again, which means on the next show, wait for it, we'll be playing for £5,500. Join us next time to see if someone can win it on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.